I've been listening to your responses to what people are asking, and if there is no how, there is no path, there is not a benchmark to
Well,
what.
I don't wait, but hang on.
I.
The manner in which you are saying that implies very strongly that you are believing me, that you are thinking that what I am saying is correct, and even though you don't think it's correct, and you somehow need to imbibe it.
Not so much, but I'm not sure how to alter my tone to make it. I'm like, it's like up in an abstract form, and I'm considering it and asking questions about it. Sort of. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it really is not about believing anything that I say.
Yes.
I think that one has to look at it through one's own lens. One has to filter all things through themselves, and one has to examine in their own life the things in which they have pursued as a how have they gotten to where they wanted to go, and and I'm not saying that so that you can examine it and see that it hasn't, and therefore you can drop the how. I'm not interested in what anyone comes to a conclusion about. Like, I don't care. I know that's the way it is, but I also know that I have no interest for anyone to believe me, or to teach that to anyone, or to convince anyone. It is imperative that you look at these things on your own and to examine them for yourselves, and never in your life take anything on faith from anybody, myself or anybody else, and to burn all your books, and for you to be your own teacher.
Correct. So I guess I'm sorry. Should I?
Go ahead.
So I guess what I'm trying to understand is when I hear something new, I obviously I don't believe it right off the bat. I take it and then I put it through how I understand myself to learn to something, and then I kind of evaluate it, and then I think, if my mind is if my mind feels this is kind of like taking me in a direction that it feels correct. This feels not correct, but this feels like more of the direction I'm going in, because in and of itself, there are no benchmarks for things like this. There is no, okay, you're here now. I'm wondering what that feeling of even inside of myself, if I'm endeavoring for something and the only benchmarks I have, I can't even call them benchmarks, they're inside of myself. What is that? I don't even want to say the word arrival at something finally. There is not that arrival. There is like, there is
the arrival occurs when the things that used to arise no longer arise.
So I will see some sort of external fluctuation.
Well, the things that arise are not external, though. So, for instance, if you notice that X thing makes you angry, and then after a while you expose yourself to that thing, and all of a sudden anger doesn't arise anymore. And the key there is that you did nothing to try to make it not arise. You didn't use a technique. You didn't use nonsense. It naturally didn't arise. That means the cause for its arisal disappeared. Therefore, inside you. Therefore, you arrived somewhere that was genuine, that was true. And the reason that it was true was because you did nothing to make it not come about.
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yes.
Okay.
Good question. Good question.